morning and thank you for staying connected. It's Daybreak, Tuesday's edition, reaching you live from the broadcasting service in Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. As usual, we have a lot to keep you entertained, inspire you, and keep you informed of happenings around the state and the world. I'm Josephine Eimihe, and this morning we'll be looking at various issues starting from the family segment, the political segment, religious segment, all this put together to keep you glued to your television set. Let's see what the papers is saying this morning. All right, on the Punch newspaper, governors dump Boni, back Bello as confusion reigns in APC. My brother's widow, offered 120 million naira for settlement, slain OAU student's sibling. Igbo can't leave Benin Republic despite release. This is attributed to the lawyer. Reps accuse civil servants of diverting federal government's assets to children. Sunday Igbo released from prison on 2 conditions. The lawyer saying that. Ghana versus Nigeria. Eagles midfielder scorecard ahead crucial playoff. Moving on the Punch this morning. Arepo tea seller keys customer over 10 naira. Nasara community protest 8-month outage slams power firm. DSS operatives shoot soldier to death in Lagos. 3 arrested for killing Niger returning soldier in Rivers during argument. Badagry Expressway to reach 80% completion February 2023. The federal government is saying this. All right, for more details, you get your Punch newspaper or you go online for more information. Let's see what the Vanguard is saying this morning. International Women's Day. Seagreen farmer tax women on regular health check. Electoral Act 2022 Clause 84 Subsection 12. When two elephants fight. I believe that is editorial there. Tension in nation sports as NPA summons IOCs for non-compliance with Marine Notice 106. Rivers Vigilante Group key soldier returning from training. Still on International Women's Day, education gives every child an equal chance at thriving. Okay, this is attributed to Bridge Nigeria. LS Mon TCI trains advocacy stakeholders on resource mobilization. Brain drain saved Nigeria. Okay. All right, that story. I'm not seeing it right now. Brain drain saved Nigeria from losing trained doctors. Oshibogu texts federal government. Pollution, Nigerian story stacks on proper disposal of plastic waste. Southeast monarchs, religious leaders blame presidency, governors for rising insecurity. Nigerian Google customers to pay 7.5% VAT from April 1st. Is that good news? No, it's not sharing at all. Affirmative action should be centered more in the grassroots, says OBDK. Ministers on the report card, the editorial there. Missing BRT female passenger found dead with private parts removed. Sad, very sad one. Court remand job seeker for alleged robbery. ECOWAS gets IT donations from EU, GIZ to enhance service delivery. Russia absent at UN court hearing on Ukrainian genocide. All right, that's the much we can take on the paper review this morning. and talking about war everywhere, and we are praying that the hearts of men will be softened. Talking about Vladimir Putin and Zelensky, that they should like simmer down so that there will be peace in their various countries. War is not good. War is not beautiful. And a lot of persons, refugees, thank God for the successful evacuation of our Nigerian students. More are still there, but the federal government is assuring that they will be bringing them to our country. All right, how are you doing this morning? Hope your environment is clean. Hope you have a very clean environment, because on this program we always talk about having a beautiful atmosphere. Edo State Governor Gordon Obaseki is doing his best. He's trying to like clean up the city, ensuring most of the offices are rehabilitated to make it a very conducive environment for workers to work, and ensuring the state, our drains are evacuated to make everything beautiful in the state. So what are you doing on your part? Are you trying to make the state dirty? That is bad. So those of us that are in the habit of dumping refuse when it rains, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. I say it again, please stop. This is not a good habit. When it rains, you just go there and dump your debris, expecting it to just fly away. The debris is gathering at a particular place and is stopping the channel of free flow of water. The rains have started coming in. We don't want to have erosion everywhere in our city and property is destroyed. No, we don't want it. So whatever you are doing, and you that is seeing somebody doing it and you're keeping your mouth like you don't want to say, you're causing problem for the state. Other states, when you go to others, you say, oh, this state is beautiful. People are doing work. They are working to ensure that their state is beautiful. All right, while talking, Peggy is around. Peggy, good morning.
Good morning. Viewers, good morning. My name is Peggy Bikwari.
Okay.
The show is still Daybreak.
Okay.
I do enjoy the paper review this morning.
Of course, they have to, and those of them that you don't like listening to news, you don't watch news.
We don't read our papers. We this way some. I would say some. Some people don't like reading. You understand? That's why I'm asking if they do enjoy the paper review.
All right, as I said earlier that we should keep inform ourselves. A lot is going on. There's this tension in Europe right now. There's this war. You have to know what's going on. We pray that the war will stop. Yes, we just pray the war will stop. We don't need war. We need peace. And by the grace of God, there will be peace. All right, we are expecting our marriage counselor. Soon she'll be with us, so that we'll be discussing on. We started last week how to win your spouse, and we spoke about husband, how the woman can win the husband and make the husband stay home instead of going to bar, as if he's been called to bar. You see, most men after work, they always visit one corner, and those businesses are thriving. But we want this men to be home, to be with the family. And last week we spoke about that, how to make your husband stay with you in the house. So hopefully we're expecting a marriage counselor to tell us how to win your wife. Somebody said if you want to talk about women, how to treat a woman, you just go to buy like 10 pages or 10 pages or thereabout. But how to win a man, just like one paragraph. Said women are very delicate. So we'll be looking at it during this program, if we have time, before we go for the news.
Also this morning, we're expecting somebody who will be telling us about the International Women's Day.
Oh,
because today is
the international. Wow, Peggy, thank you. Yes. Today is our day. Yes.
To talk about the woman. You understand? So.
Okay. All right. All this will be coming after the morning news, because last week a lot happened, and some of us women, we were like moody. They reject most of our B's to like affirmative action, creating special seats for us in the National Assembly. Those B's were rejected, and they were protests. Women were protesting.
And somebody was saying there, say the dean requests the bill on time. It was not folding time. You understand?
All right,
Or
all
someone
those
was
are
saying,
just
you understand?
I don't
It's a side.
no, Peggy, let's leave that. All those ones they are saying that whether the bill was forwarded or this or that. If you love women, you will support their cause. We'll continue from this discussion after the morning news, please. All right, thank you for staying connected. It's Daybreak Tuesday's edition, reaching live from Edo Broadcasting Service in Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. All right, we are on the family segment. Last week we spoke about winning your spouse, and we deal on the aspect of how to win your husband for the women. Today we'll be dealing on the other side. How can the man win the wife? Yes, it's very important how to win a woman, because the women, they control the temperature in the house. And today happens to be the International Day for Women. So congratulations to all women out there. We celebrate you. We love you. All right, this morning, from where we stopped last week, we're starting again. And we have our regular guest with us. We have Pastor Richard Ben, a marriage counselor. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Good morning.
Malam Bako, who is also a marriage counselor, is in the house. Thank you for coming.
Good morning, viewers. And to our women food, God bless you.
All right.
Today is our day. So what do you say to us?
I say
You say good morning
congratulations.
to us.
Say congratulations and thank God for your life. Pray for better things ahead.
For the
For
women.
women.
For the
Yes,
women.
it should be specific.
Thank you.
It's our day, so a lot of Peggy, a lot of shakara.
Yeah.
We are going to we celebrate. We love ourselves despite what's going on in the country.
Yes, love
All
ourselves.
right, a lot going on for most of our women, but we just have to celebrate ourselves and look forward, because better days are ahead. All right, how to win your woman. That's what we'll be looking at. So, sir, should I start from you or go to the... Okay, Pastor Rich Rospen. Let me start from you. What are the things that a man can do to win the wife, to make the woman stay at home instead of looking outside?
Well, that question is very, very broad, but let me try to answer it in plain language, or as simple as possible. What should a man do to make the wife stay at home? Well, first of all, you have to know your wife. You have to know your wife, because we are all seated here now. I think we are 3 women. You discover what trip you may be different from what trip me.
That's true.
Yes, it's that one is just, and that's why what home A is using, what is working for home A may not be working for home B. So that's why I always tell couples, you have to know your spouse, you have to know your wife. What does she like? What gives her joy? What, for some of us, for many of us, for me, one of the great things that gave me joy is just support my purpose. Support that thing that, this work I'm doing now. As a man, I want to leave home this morning. Leaving home, running here to speak to people and help women hear what I'm saying now. My husband knows that is one thing that gives me joy. So he will do everything to make sure I'm here.
It's like your mumu button.
Yes! That's because I want to be able to lend voice to marriages, so that marriages work in our society, because I am coming from a family where marriages never worked. That's where my passion started from. So that is my mumu button. So to another woman, her mumu button may be, well, buy me makeup, I want to look good, I want to wear the latest hair, I want to,
straight.
To another woman, her mumu button may be, do everything to make my family comfortable. Like a man told me, he said he was just asking a woman out that, please, will you marry me? And the next thing she replied was that, well, I have 3 siblings that need to travel abroad. So, so if you want me to marry you, that is the first thing we'll settle. And the man was like, so he ran back to me. I was like, hey, all the savings I've saved for life will not be enough to even carry one of them abroad. Well, that is what, but I only want to say this to women. We have to be careful the things that we say give us joy. Because if you are not careful about some of the things you feel give you joy, you may weary your husband. And because that lady eventually wearied that guy, and the guy ran and did not marry her. So the thing that give a woman joy differ from the other woman. But generally speaking, women love care. Women love support. Women love, women love touch. For a husband who is married to a woman and you want her to always be responsive when it comes to emotional issue, you need to know how to touch her. Every woman, and also let me define the kind of touch we're talking about. We're not talking now about touches that have to do with blow, because many men are used to, throwing punches. When you want to touch a woman, you touch her mildly. There are ways you touch a woman and the whole thing turns to a quarrel. Are you trying to, you understand what I might touch? So generally speaking, women love care, women love to look good. And another thing many men don't take cognizance of, which so many women like, I just made my hair and I'm back home. I expect my husband to tell me, your hair is beautiful.
That's it.
As simple as that. Many women love that. Even the woman watching me now. Compliment. Even the woman watching me will like, oh, please, you can say that again. But unfortunately, 80% of men, they won't even see it.
It's also if you are
sometimes, Tango Malabako is here. He's going to tell me if it is true. You like, did you see? I am just from the sun. And I was like, okay, it's good. But it's late. It's late. I needed you to tell me, oh, this hair is beautiful. Oh my God, this tie is beautiful. While I go, because listen, if you don't do it, there are other 1,001 men out there that want to do that to your wife. And if your wife is not wise, I want to use that word. If she's not wise, she want to like, hey, these people are cheering me. Oh my God. But she want to hear that first from her husband. So compliment. I can go on and on, but let me stop for here.
Okay.
Malabako say, okay.
Let me start from where she stopped.
Okay. Better.
Yeah, you're right. But sometimes too, you women are the problem that makes men not to look at you again. Last week, when we were talking about this, I said, you must know what your husband wants in you, and you must do what pleases your husband. You want him to wear pants around the house, wear pants around the house for him. But maybe there's a man who normally we wanted to tell you, I like this style of hairdo, and you go and do the one that does not favor the man. The man will just look at you as if you didn't do the hair, and will just look at you. But I agree with you that it's good to say, at least make comment. I don't like this hair that you have done. At least that is also a compliment. But at least say something. Majority of the men, because I am talking from the side of the men, there's something I loved in you before I married you, and that is to be sustained, no matter what problem we are passing through. Because I am trying as a man to also sustain what will make you happy. So you should sustain what will make you. What makes a man happy in marriage is not for the woman is not much as what will make a woman happy in marriage. Today we are discussing about the woman. On a lighter mood, we say, when you want a woman to be happy in marriage, give her money. Second reason, give her money. Third reason, give her money. But that's just on a lighter mood. But on a serious mood, you must, like my sister rightly said, you must know your woman, read her moods, take care of her needs, know what is her major objectives that she wants to achieve, and support that objectives in the interim. Even when you don't have the resources, at least talk about it. Let her know that you are in sympathy with whatever she's doing. And also assist her in domestic work. Don't just say she's the only one. Sometimes some men just look their way when their wife are sick or tired or pregnant. You still leave the whole job of doing the house shop.
You say, I'm not used to it.
Why
You say, of course, it's not me or that. Sometimes, even when you have a house help, just coming around the kitchen to say, darling, you are doing this. I thought you should be resting. That will give you a lot of courage to the woman to do more. But some men just ignored. They come from work, they are angry because food is not on the table. You don't care whether the woman was fit enough to even enter the kitchen. These are things that put women off, And even if you have good ideas you want to push forward, because of the reaction of your husband, you tend to become very low in participating in encouraging the marriage to work. Again, too, I don't know if this is true of all situations, but I saw that even though when we feel that it is the right of the man to always make move when it comes to, mating, the inner room. But I don't think we should always also allow the men to do that. The woman should also once in a while do it, but the man should always, like I said at the beginning, always read the mood of the woman. And some of the things that you can use in making her come out of her bad moods is trying to play with her, share her up. I think that's one thing, that no matter how bad things are, when it gets to that, you will tend to forget temporarily and get over it. And maybe from there, you can now begin to discuss whatever was the cause of the moody situation. There are many things we can do, but let me stop here for the time being.
Okay, no, we are talking about winning back your
wife.
And you talk about sustaining that first love.
Yes.
But with the honorary man, the unnatural man, do you think that man can do that?
Do that on what aspect? For the woman or the woman?
Yeah, for the woman.
Of course.
The natural man.
Of course, the natural man, we are talking about a man who is godly, who knows what it means to have an institution of marriage, who knows how to respect the vows he has taken. Now, for that, the first thing that comes to play in that environment is God. You want to please God as far as you are concerned to make your marriage work. But in doing that, God does not come down to play a role. It is between you and your wife that roles need to be played. Like we said last week, the man must do whatever he has to do to make the wife, But also, too, the woman needs to do what she has to do. Now, for the woman, for me to please you, I am responsible for your upkeep. I am responsible for the food and things we eat.
In an ideal situation.
In an ideal situation, yeah. We are saying ideal situation. Then, of course, if there are children in the marriage, this is our responsibility to ensure that they are doing fine. They wear good clothes, they go to good schools and others. This naturally should please you if I am doing them. Because not every man can have all it takes to do that. But if I'm doing them, it is because I want you to be happy in the house. Otherwise, there are other things that can demand my resources to be spent on. Or I could also look at you and say, okay, let's just share responsibility. But in some cases, the women just feel it is your responsibility. Even when they say if you don't do it, then let's leave it. The children will suffer, the house will suffer, and all that. So we are saying no. I, as a man, in order to make you belong, I will do everything to, even if it's the large resources I have. But it doesn't mean that I don't have what it takes for me to spend the money somewhere. But if I am doing that, then of course you must reciprocate that I am doing this for you to keep our love and make it work.
All right.
Well, for the woman's side, maybe all I wanted you just to do is, okay, I love a particular style of hairdo you do. Because you feel that, if this is what he likes, I will do the one that he doesn't like, we can have issues. And when you do that, I think it's very minute, but it is not.
Okay.
So when you, like I started from, when you now wear a wig, where the man say, go and do natural hair, and the man just look another side, you say the man does not give you compliment, you are at fault, my dear.
Okay. All right, Chen, thank you so much. Winning your wife, winning, like bringing back the spark by doing things that will keep the home alive. Pastor Richard's Ben, there are some cases, some men, they've done all these, They kind of show love, the compliment, the communication. They do that in the home front. The emotional aspects, they're good. But women sometimes, they do say we are like very delicate. You can't understand women. And the man here is like frustrated. I don't know what to do to this woman to make her okay. In such case, what
Yeah,
would this
I
man
love
do?
this this particular question you are asking me, and I want to emphatically say, because I have issues like that I've handled lately, where this man have done all he know to do, and this woman just will not respond. She just will not respond. Whether we like it or not, we are all human. Such a man will get frustrated. If I have one, and that in fact, the man went to a kind of, he went to several miles or lengths to see that, the intervention work. But because there are some women who, when you offend them, they find it very difficult, number one, to forgive you. They don't easily forgive. Number two, they are always thinking.
Thinking what?
You may ask me. They are always thinking, because I have about how many of them now? And you see, because of that attitude, the man decided like, okay, well, this is whom you are. I must move on with my life. I must be happy. I must, So they decide to now put them in a corner of that family, which ought not to be. I give you an example. There was one case I handled where the woman complained that the husband is the husband flirts with his phone, and so she was always monitoring the phone, trying to check his messages and all of that. He reported to me. I talked to the man, and the man said, "Now this is your husband who does business, and the business is even an international business. He travels to Dubai, goes to bring goods." And the man told me that sometimes the kind of business they do, if you don't lobby around some of the secretary of the companies you want to ship goods from, when you come, even if you travel from wherever a country, they won't answer you. He said, so he takes time with his phone, cheer them up, hey, how is everything? How was your day? Oh, you look beautiful, your DP. And once the wife see that, oh, you told a lady she looked beautiful on her DP, you must be having an affair with her. So the man said, the matter is complicated. Because fine, you want me to stop working? How are we going to pay the bills? The man bought her a car. She's very comfortable. Very comfortable. And so the man said, I have decided to look for a way to fix this issue. I've told her, whatever you want, I'll give it to you. But please, it's a rule in this house. Don't touch my phone. And that's just the only way she can be happy. Because when she touched the phone, like we always say, if you're running after your husband's phone, you are certainly going to see what you are looking for.
Exactly.
You will see it.
You will see what you're looking for.
Exactly.
So she now, in her own home, she has been given, how will I put it now? She has been
Confined to a particular
yes,
place.
so a particular, you can't go through, you can't exceed this. And she like, okay, fine, this will make me happy. Keep your phone, I don't want to. I said, for how long? And there are many women. I know of another one, she's always, the husband will like, please, I don't want you to think. Be happy. She'll like, yes, I'm just thinking, the last time your mom came, there was something that happened. I need to think about it. So, if you are such a woman, please, I want to say it emphatically, you are going to spoil many things. And it's going to extend to your children. And it's even going to affect your health. I know of one, eventually her health was affected. As we speak, she's always doing exercise every morning because the doctor said, if you don't do this, you're going to die because your inner whatever now is badly damaged because your heart, you are always thinking. So, if you are a woman and married to such a man, you want your husband to be happy, you want to be happy also. Like I always say, give yourself some measure of allowance. Intentionally stay while you see your husband working on his phone, and then you are just happy. And you're ever around discussing with him without asking him, whom are you chatting with? Who is that person? Give yourself peace. When you do this, you will be happy. Your husband will be happy too, and the home will work.
give yourself peace, Pastor Malambako.
And I want to add
last take on
that we should learn to talk. You know, the difference between talking and quarreling.
Or nagging.
Yes.
Nagging. We should learn to talk to ourselves as women. When we are talking about women now, as a woman, when you have issue with your husband or the extended family of your husband or even your own family, find a good time. Like I said, you can cook a good meal and sit on top of that good meal. And when you see that your husband is enjoying it, raise some issues and just talk about it. And you see that to raise them, initially the man wants to raise an eyebrow. It's okay, if that is the way you see it, let's stop it. You divide it to another day.
So talking, eating.
Okay, I was going to say that to Malambako because some men will tell you,
yes.
don't talk while I'm eating.
Yes, it's a good
So-
time.
When
So
I say a good meal, it could be on top of a drink, it could be on anything, but I just say find a comfortable time
Okay.
to actually
When it's relaxed.
dialogue,
Yeah.
when your husband is relaxed, and dialogue with your husband about very serious issues that are bothering you. Because I find out that some women will just keep certain things. They are there. They'll be piling up. They'll be putting on top of each other. Like yesterday, I had a case. The husband came very early in the morning to my house and said, "Look, I came to report my wife to you. This. What was the issue?" The issue that the man thought was annoying the woman. By the time I invited the woman later in the day, the woman told me a different story.
Wow.
That look, my husband does A, B, C, and I have tried to talk to him about it. He did not respond. This one that he's talking about now is not what actually is annoying me.
Okay.
So if you don't talk and you don't make the man understand, that's another thing. So the man will always think that, oh, it is something else that is bothering you. And of course, by the time you pile them up, a day will come where things will fall apart.
All right. Thank you so much, Malambako. From our discussion, my take out is that marriage is work. There's a lot of work in marriage, and you should be disciplined so that you can stay
it out.
to stay in that marriage. All right, on our family segment, our slogan is making your home beautiful and conducive for everybody. A man that is happy will not go and fight any war. A man that is happy and is well fed will not kill anybody. So we just want the home to be beautiful. Thank you. Daybreak continues after this moment. Please don't go away.